Alright, ladies and gents, as ever, my name is Shane, that's Shane's Games, and today we're going to be playing some Secret of Mana from the Collection of Mana on the Nintendo Switch. This won't be our first time playing it, so if you want to see how we got to where we are tonight, or check out some of the games we played in the past, be them obscure, unusual, or nostalgic, feel free to check out my YouTube channel. But for today, we'll go ahead and get into the game. So we are playing a young boy who pulled a sword from a stone, except whoops, he wasn't supposed to, except whoops, he did, so now he has to play the hero of the world. We are currently traveling in order to protect and restore the mana seeds from the evil empire who wants to do something nefarious with it, which we're not sure what that is yet. We have also met two companions, a girl named Prim, who is trying to save her boyfriend Diluc, who is, kidnapped, I guess? We're not sure what's going on with him. And also a sprite, named Popoy, I believe. She had lost her memory after a flood, but she just got it back, and now we are hoping to go to her homeland soon. So now, we'll go ahead and jump into it. Trying to remember what our next goal was. So we're in the Dwarf Village right now. I think we're going back to the Water Temple next. Was our next goal. Check in there. Oh good, we get the best music in the game to start things out. Everybody's still hyped for this music. Everybody's still loving this tune. Everybody want me to just stay here for the rest of the stream and just jam. Alright, make sure I got all my weapons upgraded. We do. You know, I'm surprised. Everybody is jamming out. I'll take it. Alright, let me make sure everybody's got something good equipped, that we're leveling. So let's see, I've got the bow right now. And yeah, we're leveling the bow, so that's good. Let's see, she's got the axe right now. Leveling the axe, almost leveled. And the sprite has the power glove, I think? That sound right? Right, got the power glove. Alright, perfect. We are all set up for that. Can we have the music a bit louder? No, no, you may not. But thank you for asking. There we go. Now, I mentioned before, I think this song is legitimately one of my favorite songs of the game. As we get it for one screen, but it's pastoral and it's calming. I like that one. I legitimately did not know that one was only one screen. That's disappointing. I know that plays at the forest outside the opening area of the game. I was hoping for a little more than that. Alright, oh, as Prim gets stuck there. There we go. Alright, so like I said, we're heading back to the Water Temple. We were sent from the Water Temple to go investigate what was going on in that cave. Damn it! Right, come on. No, stop doing that! Urgh. There we go. We were sent down here to investigate bad goings on in that cave. And, ended up rescuing another elemental. So now we have, ice magic, or water magic and ice magic, and we've got, earth magic as well. Do we have the music with those two boombox speakers to make it extremely louder? I do have, like, the speakers on my desk are, like, absurdly large. Like, they're decent speakers, but they really probably don't need to be that big. It is kind of funny. Especially since I usually don't use them, I just use my headphones all the time. But they are nice speakers. Alright. That way is the Haunted Forest, which we don't want to go to the Haunted Forest, so I think we need to keep going here. Also, appreciate seeing those Georgies in chat. Georgie's adorable. I've watched some of that stream with the animal shelter that has Georgie in it. And he is, in fact, adorable. And there's that weapon level up we were waiting for Prim. So, what does she want to get next? Looks like the whip would be a good candidate for her. Let's go ahead and give her the whip. That sounds really bad outside of context. Literally putting the whip in her hand. That's all I meant. Alright. As I get a little over eager. Gotta wait for your attack to charge up to 100. Otherwise, you're not doing the good damage. There we go. And that's a level up for Papoi. Excellent. Get her changed out too. Bam. Never gonna get that straight. Papoi, wants the axe, actually. Still at level 0 there. That's unacceptable. So, axe it is. There we go. As you might have guessed, we are currently on a plan to get everybody every level for every weapon. Ooh, also, we should be working on our magic as well, now that I think about it. We gotta be grinding that too whenever we're going between locations. Because we only get so many opportunities to level it, unfortunately. We have so little MP and we can only really restore it at inns. So every opportunity we have to level it, we really gotta take that. Oh, Prim reaches level 14. Very nice. Speaking of, also have her get some leveling in. I'll have her cast Defender on everybody. There we go. Papoi's magic skill up. Gnome reaches level 1. Excellent. That is what we want to see there. Alright. Dedication to the retro life. You gotta love that. Alright, I think this is the way we're going. Believe so. Let's keep those casts up. And let's see, can we level Undine further? Not 100% sure, but let's see if we can find out. Alright, so did that actually grant Sprite any experience for Undine? Yeah, actually Undine's pretty close to level 2, so yeah, let's just keep rolling on that, I suppose. We can do that. Meanwhile, we've still got a ways to go for Gnome. Oh no, Gnome is level 1 as well, so I'm not gonna bother leveling up her Undine because like that's where the heals are, so that's just gonna level up on its own. We'll just go ahead and have her keep doing Gnome. I think that's the smartest thing to do there. Alright, so let's keep getting those spells cast. Since we're heading somewhere we know we're going to be restoring our MPs, that's basically what I'm doing here. It's just, I know I'm going to be hitting an inn, so we're just going to go ahead and level up our magic while we got the opportunity. And then once we hit the next area, we'll just be able to level that all up anyway. Once we go in a dungeon, once we actually know we're going into a dungeon, that's when we need to be a little more judicial about our uses of it. Although, since Kippo Village is right there, like, we should probably just stop in and restore on the way. It's a little bit of a side diversion, but, like, you really do need max magic in the end game of this game, so any leveling we can do now is going to save us having to, like, straight up grind later on. I think that's probably the better way to do it. So it's going to make the trip to the Water Temple just a little bit longer, but I think it's going to be worth our while in the long run. And hopefully this isn't super boring to everybody, because if nothing else, we're chatting along the way. Get that done. And then we can continue throwing out the magic as we go. I think Sprite's pretty close to get that Undine level. We'll see if that caps them for Undine. I'm not sure. Ooh, yeah, one more cast should get them that next Undine level, so let's do that now. Oh, I can't target the mushroom. I can see it there, but can't quite target it. There we go, that's Undine leveled up. And then start throwing out Gnome again. There we go. Chocolate chips in Aldi sauce, that does sound horrifying. I don't think I would be a fan of that, can confirm. My condolences. I do know there was one time at college where I was particularly desperate for a meal and I ended up trying out waffles with smoky barbecue sauce. Was not a fan. Glad I gave it a try, was not a fan. Alright. As we're just gonna keep blasting these dudes. There we go. As you can see, we're basically just one-shotting all these enemies, so it's not like we need to be doing this, but good grinding. Also, we're almost out of magic anyway, as you can see. We really do run out fast. So it's just a tiny bit of grinding while it lasts. There we go. I think they're both out now. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, she's got nothing. Yeah, they're both out of magic now. That's all she wrote there. And now we're still gonna fight the enemies along the way. Because we still need that weapon XP as well. But we're doing better for magic now. I'm happy about that. Like, even for the girl who doesn't have any attack magic, like, leveling up her water magic makes her heal stronger. Leveling up earth magic makes her defensive spell, which we've been using there, stronger. And in case it wasn't clear, the spells don't level up separately. You level up all the spells for a given element together. So if you cast anything from one element, it levels up all of the spells for that element, which is very nice. That means if there's a spell that you don't use super often, as long as you're leveling that element, it's still going to be ready when you need it, which is cool. I appreciate that, I do. And like I said, I've beaten this game before, so I do know that having your weapons and magic at max level for the end game is, like, not a small thing. It's a huge deal. Because the end game of this game is no joke. As you might have guessed from seeing some of the bosses now. The bosses in general are kind of mean. But, at the end game, it can be a little bit worse. And there is Speak of the Devil. Max has got another level. What does he want to level next? The Javelin appears like it's going to be his best bet. Go ahead and switch to that. A little bit of ranged weapon action there. And where does this take us to? Alright, so this takes us back to Pandora. So from here, we're going to hit the inn again. Maybe go ahead and stay here. And then north, basically northwest of here, I believe, is where the water temple is. All right. Game, yes. We'll save over Evo Village 1. All right. Can we go to level 3 for magic leveling? I'm not actually sure. I forget how level caps for magic work. Right, so Sprite needs to work on Gnome anyway, so I guess that doesn't matter. But for the girl, She's close to hit level 2 with Gnome, so we'll just keep working there. And then we'll figure it out from that point. All right. Didn't get a ping from Discord for some reason, even though the tag was there. That is odd. I did all adhere there. Oh, I did. Sorry you did not get tagged, but welcome in, Nano. How's everything going with you today? Hope you're doing well. It would definitely be cool to see the Skylanders make a comeback. I do know a lot of people are a big fan of that. Classification was formally introduced in the 16th century by the physician and alchemist Paracelsus. Interesting. And oddly enough, we will actually be seeing Sylph and Salamander later on. So, yeah, keep an eye out for them. Oops, wrong button. Alright, so I think that tangle that you see is actually a function of the whip, if I remember correctly. The whip has the ability to tangle enemies, which is very neat. For enemies that are particularly pesky, because that can basically stun them briefly. And hop up here. And back to casting. There we go. Back on that magic grind. Oh, and category as well. Thank you very much for reminding me. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Keep forgetting that. I gotta work on that. There we go. All right. All right. Oh, do I need to cut through these? I think I do. And, actually, oh yeah, I could just do that. I could just switch to the sprite, have her cut through, and then immediately switch back. There we go. Easy peas. Leave. Stay right here. Yep, alright, so we're close to the Water Temple. Water Palace, Water Temple's Legend of Zelda. Same damn thing. There we go. Oh, the joy of SodaStream. SodaStream seems cool. I'm not a huge fan of the company that runs it. But, like, just the idea of being able to make your own soda does seem very neat. I have, unfortunately, due to the magic of the internet, I have seen some horrifying things. I did see somebody attempt to use a SodaStream to carbonate milk. And that is something that I can never unsee, unfortunately. I guess, thankfully, I wasn't the one that actually had to drink any of it. Because that just seems like trauma right there. Is what I'm saying. That seems horrifying and just like a nightmare that would never end. Also, if you're curious, there's some actual chemical things that happen there that are just all kinds of bad news. But it's not just that it tasted weird. It is that, like straight up there were some things happening there. Bad times. Oh god, I mean, carbonated coffee, doesn't that exist? I know canned coffee exists. Is any canned coffee carbonated? I actually don't know. Kiwi, welcome in. Wait, hang on. Why are there fish out here? There weren't fish out here before. There's not supposed to be enemies out here. Uh-oh. I think perhaps bad things have happened in the Water Temple Palace. That's not good. Here I am wasting all my magic. I should probably save some of this in case there actually is fights to fight in here. Alright, we'll take these guys out, then we'll head inside. See what's going on. Also, did nobody level up there? I thought somebody was going to get a level out of that. Very close for Gnome. And Oh no, alright, she did hit level 2. Alright, so we'll have to work on Undine next. After we... What is that guy? I haven't seen him before. The Water Thug! That's a hell of a name. Ha! I like his animation too. He's goofy as hell. Like, somebody had a lot of fun with the animations in this game. I appreciate that. Polos, welcome back. How are you doing today? Also, Kiwi, I can't remember if I said hello to you, so you might get a second one, but that's okay. Welcome in. Hope you're doing good. Also, check it out. We get a remix of the music from it in here. Alright, Papoy has successfully leveled the axe. Hell yes. So what's next for her? Yeah. Sorry. Ooh. Pretty much whatever, fortunately. So let's go short bow, I think. Short bow seems like a good idea. There we go. Let's see. My local can compress the air for free, so no rebuy. Hell yeah! Do you have any particular flavors or flavor combos you've found so far that you're a big fan of? I'm curious. Because, you know, you've got a lot of options there. And not all of them are equal. I'm curious if anything's standing out for you yet. There we go. I should double check what their charge settings are put to. Because this is a point where having them do a lot of charged attacks is probably a good idea. Oh shit. Luca! Get out of here fast! Geshtar, we haven't met him before. Who have we here? I'm Geshtar of the Empire. Hand over the seed or Lucas had it. Don't! Let's get the hell out of here. Idiot. Ouch! Can't move! Oh no, he has the power of But Thou Must. So glad the seed's here. Too bad we have to break the seal. Stop it! Well, nice to have met you all. What is the point of having that seal if everyone and their cousin can break it? As a little gift, I'd like you to have my little pet. Remember to feed him. Oh crap, and I spent all of my magic power. God damn it. Oh god. Like, also we took some damage from the fish outside. But we're not in perfect shape either. Crap. Not good. Oh wow, it's not doing a lot of damage either. Guy's slow as hell so far though. That's good at least. If you guys want to like attack this guy, that'd be cool too. Ooh, acids. Holy shit. Holy shit. Alright, well we're not winning this round. What's note made, don't use your magic before the water temple. Jesus Christ! Wow! Okay. Sadly, no trace of them was ever found. Wow! Alright. Well, that was insane. You meant to what? Yeah. I figured we have some new people here today who might not have seen the game over screen. I know you guys are just really curious about that, so that was it. In case you were wondering, that's what it looks like. But now we don't need to see it anymore, so I guess we can start playing for real now. All right, the practice round's over. Everybody get in places. This is the real one now. Let's see. Not bubbly milk, but this reminded me of an Iranian drink that's closest described to me as watery tzatziki. Huh. What kind of foods would you pair that with? I'm curious. Let's see. Lime Zero, Pepsi Max, and Ginger Ale goes well with Mount Morgan. I'm sure I know Mount Morgan. She is so thoughtful. I do what I can. I'm here to help. All right, so yeah, no using magic until we get to till we get to the water temple. So we'll have that available. Otherwise, we're gonna get in trouble. But hey, if we're not using any magic to fight along the way, also that might mean we get a little bit more weapon XP. So that's a good thing. Possibly, we'll see. We could also, if we wanted, switch to like our good weapons before we get there. But honestly, I think that's not going to make quite a big enough of a difference at this point to matter. Oh shoot, we probably could have stayed at Deco's and restored our MP there too. I hadn't even thought about that. I'm not bad at games, just sometimes I make some bad choices. Questionable calls, we'll say. And that was definitely one of them. Got a little too eager with the magic grinding and paid a terrible price for it. Which, hey, me getting a little overconfident? No, I could never. Surely not. Let's see, headed to a Persian restaurant, so Persian food. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, character development, there you go. Oh, Captain Morgan, sorry. I'm like, did Captain Morgan get a promotion? Admiral Morgan? Oh no. Vice Admiral Morgan? Possibly? Take this guy out here. Alright, Poi leveled up the axe, so we can go ahead and swap her. I believe we swapped her to the bow last time. Do that. Commander Morgan? Cat Manderson? I was telling that story last week. Alright, so now we've got all of our MP. We're gonna have some nice options once we actually get in there. And if I keep these water thugs from kicking my ass on the way in, that'd be nice too. That doesn't look like that's gonna happen though. But we'll wait until, we'll wait as long as possible before healing to save that mana. Ow. If Poi takes one more hit, she's toast. There we go. Alright, so before the battle starts, let's go ahead and drop a heal on everybody. Very nice, very nice. And I'll go ahead and take the opportunity to quick save here as well. Just in case we want to restart immediately after that boss. Definitely should have made it past Captain when he's been in so long, you'd think. Makes you wonder why he hasn't. What's in his record that's holding him back? Moved to Canada and became a Mountie? Oh my god. That's amazing. Likes the chair. I mean, the chair does look very comfortable. Let's be honest. Who wouldn't want to have a little sit while commanding your navy? All right. What will you do? I will run away, and it will not work. But thou must. The Ensign Kim of Whiskies. They did him so wrong on that show. It was tragic. Alright. So now we've actually got some magic we can cast. We don't know what element he's weak against yet, so we're gonna have to do some experimentation. Alright, so let's start by casting Defender on everybody. Meanwhile, yeah, let's try hitting with Undine. Or, yeah, what was he? Oh no, he hit me with Acid Storm last time, so it's probably not weak against Undine. So let's try hitting him with Gem Missile, see what that does. The Jabberwocky is his name, by the way. I forgot to check that out. Promotion! Ouch. Alright, Gem Missile did some nice damage. Let's keep that rolling. Alright, I'm liking that. Ow. Keep our distance, though, if we can. Oh, and there's that Acid Storm from last time. Jeez. That hits hard. Let's go ahead and heal from that. And also more Gem Missile. Ow. There we go. Alright, I think she's got one shot left. There we go. Ooh, took out one of its heads. That seems good. Let's not be too precious with our magic, and let's heal again. Let's get out of its range, or at least out of melee range. Ow. Took some serious damage there, though. Heal. Go. I missed, dang it. Ow. That hurt. Oh, geez, that hurt a lot. All right, we do have one cup of wishes, and this is basically exactly what it's here for. So let's... Oh, she's not technically dead yet. We need to wait another second. Yes. So, I want to double check what everybody's action grid looks like. Alright, so they're rather they're supposed to be. This doesn't look like they're charging for some reason. There we go. You have to wait until it says before he sees the Reaper before you can actually use the Cup of Wishes. Oh, god damn it! And now she's down. Oh, jeez, come on! Alright, hitbox is a little bit lower than that. Go ahead and have the sprite use a candy themselves. Not close enough. Cure water for 500! Unacceptable! Shit. Alright, we got a timer now. Oh no, acid oh crap. Wow! Holy shit, alright. Well, that got brutal in a hurry. I really thought we had that one locked up. Jeez. Alright, let's quick load. Our quick save. And then, alright, yeah, maybe switching weapons might be a good idea too. So I do want to leave both of them with ranged weapons. I think maybe our pro tag can switch. Yeah, let's switch to the spear for this since that does way more damage. That should be nice. Okay, and let's do this. I'm trying to think, do I have any other interesting spells to use here? I don't think so. Oh, yeah. Ice Saber. The worst thing to cast, I suppose. Stone Saber, we got Defender. Got Speed Up, I don't think Speed Up would be super useful here. Let's Speed Down, that wouldn't be the worst thing to use. Energy Absorb, never very useful. Acid Storm does lower defense. That might be a good thing as well. But honestly, for the Sprite, I kind of want to have them use just straight up attack spells for the most part. Because that's where most of our damage was coming from in this fight. I feel like that's probably the secret sauce there. And I think we can save that Defender for when the... basically, once the Sprite runs out of magic. Then we'll start using Defender, because that's when the fight really starts for us, I think. For the most part, that's what's happening. Alright, so then we get the Jabberwocky. And... alright, starting with Gem Missile. And... yeah, her for right now, she's not going to do anything yet. I'm going to save her magic for the most part for heals. I think that's for the best. Go. The Gem Missile. Ow. Oh crap! How did they both get knocked unconscious? God damn it. Statuses in this game are just the worst thing. It's like every status is just, now your character can't do anything for the next 10 seconds. Alright, there we go. Gem Missile. Alright, let's go Gem Missile, and let's also go ahead and drop a heal about that time. Shit! And time for another one already. And also more Gem Missile. Alright, there's one of the heads down. Alright, so another Gem Missile. And also, as promised, drop Defender on everybody. Very nice. What else we got? Alright, we got one last shot of Gem Missile. Let's go ahead and use that. Don't know why I just keep missing. Very frustrating. Damn it! I'm completely failing to get close enough here. Ah, crap. Alright. I have to heal everybody again. It's mostly just the Sprite that needs it. Where is this guy's hitbox? That seems to be doing it, I guess. Oh god, that cure water. That's so mean. Damn it! And he's interrupting my attack as well. I don't think I really can realistically hit him with a charge attack if he's going to interrupt like that. Alright, Prim got Undine level 2. Very nice. Ow. I don't think I can attack him from the top. Because he just seems to counter me from up there. Jabberwocky gets whacked. Excellent. Are they hitting me like down here? No, not there. There we go. Let's see if I can hit him with that. There we go. That works at least. Let's see. Where's all my candy? I thought I had some. I had some candy. Maybe not? And I'm out of heals. Oh, shit. Oh, I could have sworn I had some candy. Alright. So I have to roll with it. Let me get caught up on chat right here. Charge up. How did that not hit? What a weird hitbox. And now all of a sudden he starts casting spells again. Weird. Oh, and of course, there we go. Jeez. Thought we had him there, but I do think I've kind of figured out the hitbox now, I hope. I think I've got it figured out. And once we get that, I think we're in better shape. That hitbox is really unforgiving. It's very strange. Such a big monster, but such a very small hitbox. I feel like they really wanted the perspective to matter more than it really should. So they're like, oh no, you're not actually lined up with the monster, it's just perspective. Half the time. Alright, so... I do think we're in better shape now, though. Hey, Grushin, welcome in. How are you doing today, Grushin? Hope you're doing well. Also, before I forget, I wanted to be using the Sprite Spear for this fight. Alright. Let us get started with the magic. Ow! And we get hit with a poison gas immediately? Brutal. Means we're gonna drop a heal immediately. Alright. Keep going with the gem missile. Yeah, we did hit with that. That did hit. Beautiful, that's one head down. Oh, damn it. And then comes the poison gas again. We're gonna need a heal ASAP. There we go. And one last shot of gem missile is all we got there. We'll make the most of it. And also, we'll go ahead and cast Defender on the whole party. Buy us a little bit extra defense here. There we go. Keep those hits going. We might just be able to win this. Hopefully. We are gonna need to make sure we maintain our healing, though. That's important. Ooh. There we go. Whew. All right. What do you know? Good strategy and technique won the day. How about that? Slammed it into the return slot. All right, we got the Bozorb. Hell yeah. Let's see. I disagree with that hitbox is somewhat of an unofficial tagline for game streamers. I mean, not every game has bad hitboxes. This one was very confusing, though. Groshin, thank you for the 50 stream streak. My God. Considering the fact that I only stream 2 times a week, like, that's insane. Thank you so much for that, Groshin. Thank you for the GGs, everybody. Ooh, that was tough. Ooh, that was real hard. Do I wanna keep the spear at the moment? Yeah, actually we are getting XP for it, so why not? Woo! The Imperial forces have drawn back. We managed to defeat their monsters in Pandora, too. I got this for one of them. You should have it. Ooh, got a whip orb. Nice. Max, we're running out of time. I'll return home and stop the Empire there. Only a restored mana sword can beat the fortress. Talk to the kid and travel man in Potos. He'll send you to the upper land. Alright. Now, use your sword to restore the seal put on the seed. The one that everyone and their cousin keeps breaking? Can we put a better seal on it, perhaps? Something that actually seals something? Receive the seed's power. Pure evil seeks the seed now. You must hurry and revive the mana sword. Go to the lofty mountains and see Sage Jacques to learn about real courage. Then go to all 8 of the world's palaces and reactivate all the seeds. You will be able to receive mana power from the seeds once you reactivate them. Are you gonna give me heals? There we go. Give me heals. Let me save the game too. Beautiful. You must never lose hope. Alright. We got our mission then. So Cannon Guy is actually the official travel agent of the realm because efficiency goes a long way. I mean, you can't argue with results, I guess. The guy does get you there, and occasionally people do even survive the trip. So, you know. Got at least 3.5 stars on Yelp. That's nothing. That's not a small thing. Oh, the monsters are gone. That's a good sign. Alright, so I don't think there's a particularly short way to get to the Cannon Travel Guy. So, yeah, I honestly don't know where the closest Cannon Travel Guy is. I'm gonna have to figure that out. There's Nico's over there. And see, right now I don't know where we're headed to, so I don't know that we should be using magic yet. I don't know that I'm worried that we get in a fight before we get to heal next, so we're gonna hold off for magic grinding for the moment. Focus on weapon grinding. Was there a Cannon Travel Guy over by Potos? I don't think there was. Let's see what the sign says. Oh no, there is Cannon Travel over here. Alright. Cool, cool. Trying to think if there's anybody. Oh no, we should hit Gaia's Navel first. Because we did get a couple of orbs. So if we hit Gaia's Navel, we can get a couple more weapon upgrades before we head out that way, and I think that would be a good idea. Oops, nope. Keep accidentally hit the capture button there. Gotta switch to axe for a second to get through these. There we go. Yeah, man, protect the seeds with something that can't be taken out by a club. Dragonite, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you are doing well. Oh, it's just for the shortcut. Can't actually get through here normally. That stinks. Also, it's kind of odd that because weapon XP depends on you killing enemies, like killing a boss only gets you as much weapon XP as killing a Rabbite. It's a very strange thing. You'd think having a weapon equipped when you kill a boss would be like a big deal, but in this game it is just the tiniest thing. Alright, so I think that might be the spear that's ballooning enemies now? That's kind of wild. Mention anything about that in the... Yeah, Sprite Spear balloons enemies. Weird. Certain weapons do have certain special abilities. That is odd. This is the people let 3 underage kids do all their fighting. I wouldn't expect much or anything, really. It's true. Like, he was literally like, oh wow, so a literal actual child pulled out the Sword of Legend. Oh, alright, well you're here now. I guess you gotta do the thing. Nothing for it then. Sorry. Good luck with the whole saving the world thing, man. Hope that goes well for you. Believe this way gets us to Guy's Meal. Actually, I probably should have seen if I could have gotten here by cannon travel. That might have saved you time. But I do get more XP this way. So that's probably a good thing in the long run. Alright. Doesn't feel like my companions are doing all that much weapon charging. I'm not sure why not. They didn't seem like they were doing it against the boss either. But also, they just seemed in general really confused by that boss. Maybe they couldn't figure out its hitbox either. I suppose that's possible. But like right there you saw with that Buzzbee, it looked like I slashed way over his head, but it still counted. But most enemies, most normal enemies do have some pretty generous hitboxes. It's just the bosses seem to have very odd ones. But like I said, I do think it comes from perspective. From the fact the bosses are so large, they were trying to have correct perspective, which I don't feel like anybody cares about as much as they did, probably. Hey, Old Lady Salem, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Yeah, they did actively exile us from the town. They're like, hey, sorry we're doing this, but you may have doomed us all to death, so get the hell out. Even the guy who raised my character is like, I tried to raise you right and do everything, and I hope you're okay out there, but also just like don't ever come back. That's the deal. I'm gonna switch back to Javelin, I think. Looks like I was doing pretty good on that. Although that spear is really nice, it does tons of damage. Which I do appreciate. And it's good knowing that it balloons enemies too, that's pretty fun. This guy's navel is up here then, excellent. Also, now since I know I'm going to Guy's Navel, we can afford to grind a little bit more magic. Let's see where we're at for that. So the girl is, oh geez, like one cast away from leveling up both of them. That's fun. And as for the sprite, pretty close to level 2 for Gnome. We'll do that. Well, that's a nice opportunity there. Let's see. go ahead and have the girl. Like I said, she doesn't really need to worry too much about Undine because that's going to happen. All right, Gnome is now level 2. Excellent. And see, then we'll have, oops, wrong button there. Cast Freeze there. Thought that was going to level up Undine. Maybe not. Wrong. Oh no, we need to cast Gnome next. Alright. Weird. Got a little confused there, my bad. There we go. Alright, Undine and Gnome are both at level 2, and I think level 2 is our cap right now. I think that's as high as we can go for both of our spells. Because we've only got two skills of magic, so I think level 2 is as far as we can go. Which means we're almost fully leveled as far as magic for right now. Yeah, just need a couple more Undine, maybe one more Undine cast, and she should be good. Throw a heal down then. There we go. All right, and we are capped for magic right now. Hell yeah. Let's see. Play mod Skyrim, nice. Summit Cola, nice. Take a whiff, and if the pump smells of destiny, cast it out, save your world trouble. I mean, those destined ones, those chosen ones, are kind of troublemakers sometimes. It is true. That's maybe not the worst strategy in the world. I mean, it is like a douche move. It's that too, it can be both. But not necessarily the dumbest thing. Alright. Boy leveled up. What's them gonna be doing next? Basically anything. Let's go Power Glove next. Why not? Alright. Punisher, welcome in. Thank you for the streak. Much appreciated. Take out these darned bees as we're going. The sniffle method, I can't get over that. Ridiculous. If I hit a little too early with that spear there, get them in their iframes, which is unfortunate. Alright, so head down here. Probably hit the inn just to get our magic back, because why not? But most importantly, we need to level our weapons. Alright, so the short bow comes. The long bow, that makes sense. And the black whip becomes the backhand whip. Is that a real thing? I don't know anything about whips. Try to raise them with traditional values, make them follow the rules, and then start killing wild beasts 4 times the size of their size. And you know, it's always the case with these teenagers that they say they're going out to just protect the village from monsters, and what happens next? They decide to slay God. Tale as old as time, let me tell you. And you know, they say they're forming an adventuring group, but if you listen, You hear him calling it a party. I think it tells you everything you need to know about that. Irresponsible is what it is. Telling you that right now. Let's see. Kefka, welcome in. How are you doing today? One of your favorite RPGs from your teen years? I played this as well in my younger years, except like when I played this originally on Super Nintendo, I didn't have enough money to actually buy it, so I was renting it from Blockbuster, and I kept hoping I'd somehow be able to rent the same copy I had before so I could continue my save. That never once happened. I had to wait until emulators to actually beat it proper. While I'm thinking about it, since we don't have any candy for some reason. Or did we get more candy now? Let's pick some up on the way there. Alright, yeah, we got 4 candy now. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a second cup of wishes too. Since we're doing pretty okay on money. Having a couple of those might not be a bad idea, I think. And this guy doesn't even sell anything to restore MP, because those items tend to be vanishingly rare. Probably because, as you've seen, magic attacks are so powerful compared to regular attacks. Have we talked to the Elder recently? Check in with him, too. Really big corpses to hide in your backyard, you just cannot dig deep enough. Kefka, that's what happened to you, FF6. Very cool fighting to Blockbuster, though. You never beat it as a kid, or you haven't beat it since? Because I'm curious now. You're safe. Somehow you seem older. Oh, thanks for dropping by. Take this mallet with you. That's what we used in the show. Received Midge Mallet. What the hell is the Midge Mallet? Alright. Now, in the show he was talking about, they made the sprite smaller? Maybe it's a shrink thing, I guess? Weird. Nano, thank you for the 40 stream streak. Hell yes. Oh, you haven't beaten it. Ooh. Well, if you ever do decide to sit down with it, I think the back half of that game is something really special. I mean, the whole game is special, but like, it's interesting. It's very cool. And if you decide to try it out, I hope you enjoy it. I haven't played the Pixel remaster, but I did beat the original. I like that one a lot. It's one of the few Final Fantasies that I've actually beaten. Alright, so Max needs to use the whip if nobody else is using it, but I think the girl is using it right now. So, in that case, effective against slimes and lizards. That's interesting. Guess let's give that a shot. The Herald Sword. There we go. Of course, fighting Buzzbees with non-ranged weapons, not the most fun thing in the world. What? Gotta get that weapon XP somehow. Let's see. Do you want to confess something? Gaming, we've still only beaten 4 Final Fantasy games through, but for the first 3 Pixel remasters, the first Crystal Chronicle. That is awesome. Geek Boy, welcome in. Hope you've been enjoying your lurk. I've mentioned it before. I've beaten a couple Final Fantasies, and those are 1, 6, 7, and 9. Those are the ones I've actually completed. I played a little bit of 2, I played a little bit of 4, played a little bit of 8, played a little bit of 12, but I didn't finish any of those. Didn't really get very far in any of them, honestly. I know Tom has said I should really give 8 another try. I will admit I am a little curious. But we'll see. No, not there. Yeah, FF1 is pretty rough around the edges, but not as rough as FF2. FF2 is one of the few ones that I'd say just leave it. Don't worry about it. The Pixel Remaster I know is definitely a superior game. But like the original, that is a rough game. You own 7 OG but haven't played it. If you ever come into money, you'll buy 7 Remake. I like 7 OG a lot. I mean, the one thing like that's gonna be rough around the edges now for that one is just the fact that I feel like we've moved past random encounters at this point. And FF7 in that respect is a very traditional game in the sense that it has shitloads of random encounters. And I feel like playing games with high random encounters like in the modern age just kind of feels like it doesn't respect your time. That might just be me though. But I definitely prefer games that don't just whack you with random fights every 5 seconds. I think there's better ways to go about that. Oh god, yeah, there's a reason that we played Assassin's Creed 2 first on here. That's because Assassin's Creed 1 is the framework for a good game, but it is not in and of itself a good game. 2 though, 2 is a good game. Because they take everything that didn't work about 1 and they fix it. Which is awesome to see. Let's see, FF2 is a good time when I played the remaster, but OG FF2 had entire yeah, OG FF2 is a mess. Like, even from what was there and did work, just was not spectacular. It can be great fun, just don't screw yourself leveling early or screw up the triple triad rules. I think that's the one thing, is if I were for some reason to play 8 on stream, I would have to kind of force myself not to play triple triad, because I would get all the way down that rabbit hole and like nothing would get done. Because when I played 9, I got a little obsessed with Tetramaster. May have played a bit too much Tetramaster. May have at one point convinced myself that I could find all the Tetramaster cards without using a guide. That was not the case. I did try real hard though. I did enjoy that game. Save. Save over this. Beat 8 and ignore Tetramaster, and you totally can. Like, the game doesn't really force you to interact with Tetramaster at any point. But me, like, I'm a card game fanatic to begin with, so Tetramaster is definitely my jam. Aruka, welcome in. How are you doing today, Aruka? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, there's a reason why they released 4 as 2 stateside. It's true, although that does make for a messy history there. Like, the FF7 remake, I'm not even going to attempt to play until it's all out. Like, I'm not an episodic game kind of guy. I'll wait until it's all out so I can play it all at once. And use a guide too. I was so yeah. I mean, I did eventually look up a guide, and like the last couple of Tetramaster cards, I never was gonna get those. I don't know how anybody possibly could have found those without looking up a guide. They're insanely well hidden. And like, even knowing where they are, they're pretty difficult to get a hold of. Because you have to play some really hard rounds of Tetramaster, basically. Can't do cliffhangers? That's totally fair. Totally fair. Alright. Let's see what we're doing here. Let's see. 50 GP per trip. Let's go to the Upper Land. The Upper Land is huge. Reach it by going through the Great Forest. Slide to the cannon. Alright. We're going to a new area. Where does that quote even come from? Oh, bug snacks. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that makes sense. Boy, your home is here in the Great Forest, right? Lead on. Huh? I hit my head again when we landed. Lovely. This might take a while. Oh, good. She got amnesia for a second time. Listen, he's laughing. No, crying. Pebblers have taken over their village. Pebblers? Oh god, Tiny Moogle. Tiny Moogle. Alright, so we have to save the Moogle village? We just got here. Literally just got here. Oh, hey, it's Watts. I decided to get out of that hole. Just smell this fresh air. Alright, so we can get our weapons smithed up here without having to go back to the dwarf village. That's good. That is very good to know. Ooh. What is that owl thing? The Nemesis Owl. Well, that's an ominous name. Oh yeah, cast silence on the one guy that doesn't have magic. Wait, silence confuses? Maybe? Yeah, it says silence is confusing, but I can't tell if I'm actually getting confused here. I don't feel confused. Max's weapon skill up, sword reaches level 3. Well, that felt fast. I was gonna get there that fast. Alright, well, I guess next I'll do... longbow, I guess? Use against animals, birds, and beasts. Yes, let's use longbow. This seems like the time for it. We do have animals, birds, and beasts trying to kill me here. Ow. Ooh, and we need to heal real quick on Popoi. The charity stream. Put your money towards what the fuck? Clearly Max does not enjoy the silence. I love that song. One of my favorites. Knows exactly how it licks, but will never share its secrets. It's brutal. Wiggle Wham, welcome in. How are you doing today? I did beat this one when I was a kid, so it is very nostalgic. Coming back to it now. Oh, I see. It like very briefly scrambles my controls. Which is very strange. Why is every status in this game like you just can't play for a little bit? Really weird. Oh my god. Once again, Popoi is dying. Room reaches level 15, hell yes. Ow. We gotta get around over there. We're getting killed over here. There we go. Prim's weapon skill level up. Whip reaches level 3, finally. I felt like that was taking forever. And Popoi's weapon skill up, excellent. Alright, so Prim, what are you doing next? Javelin. Have her do Javelin next. And as for Popoi, she's pretty open, so let's have her do... let's have her do the axe, I guess. There we go. All right. Let's see, S9R9, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing good. Oh, jeez. All right. Yeah, the scrambling and controls can be a little bit confusing. Especially because once they come back, now you've got to unscramble your brain for that again. And one thing I could never finish eating was oh yeah, Jawbreakers. Those just felt like once you started eating a Jawbreaker, you were just committed for a while. Like it's like, all right, this is the rest of your afternoon now. Silk Tails, variant of Rabbites, it would appear. Ow! They cast Acid Storm? What the hell? Also, it looked like there was a cure in there too. Well, that's nasty. Cure everybody here. Ow. We're taking a bit of a beating and we're getting backed into the corner. Very dangerous. Get the hell out of here. Whew. Alright, we're good, we're good. That got a little ugly for a second there, though. Yeah, Jawbreakers I'm not a fan of, just because, like, even if it tastes good, like, I don't want my candy to be a logistical nightmare. I just want to eat it, man. I got the rest of my day ahead of me. Don't put that on me. Candy, but we're already good. Ow. I love that their attack animation is faster than mine. That's wonderful. Absolutely fantastic. Makes me so happy. If we can keep him suppressed here. There we go. I haven't seen any signs, so I'm not really sure where I'm going. Oh, we found cannon travel. But we don't need cannon travel right now. I don't know where we're going. I know they mentioned the Moogles were driven out of their village. And I know we need to find Popoy's homeland. But I don't know if either of those is where we're heading to next. Or that we know where either of those are. Weird that we haven't seen as many signs as we have in the early game. Like, you think there'd be a sign outside cannon travel if nothing else. That would make a lot of sense. There we go. Let's see what's over this way then. Ooh. Alright, this is shockingly pink. Gotta love new area difficulty spikes. It's definitely for real. Hey, Ellie Lordswood, welcome in. Congrats on the garden care done. Hope that's doing well. Yeah, don't actually try to chew a Jawbreaker. Like, that would hurt so bad. You could, but, like, I think the name is an intentional warning, and, like, you kind of deserve what's going to happen if you continue after that. And Ellie Lordswood, thank you for a 50 stream streak there. Hell yes. The Trials of Mana takes place long before this game, so cannon travel hadn't been invented yet. I figured it was one of those things like Final Fantasy where, like, you might be able to fit the worlds in the same continuity, but they don't necessarily exist in the same continuity. It's not 100% clear to me anyway. I don't know too much about the Mana series as a whole, since this is the only one I've ever played. Though I would like to play Trials of Mana after this, I think. Not immediately, but I think someday I'd like to see if we can throw that on the schedule. And perchance to stream, I don't think I've said hello to you yet today. Hope you're doing well. Alright. Well, we are getting our weapon grinding done at least, so that's a good thing. Another path here. Wait. No. I was a little worried. I'm like, is this a Lost Woods type situation? Ooh, hello. There's an elemental orb there. Well, let's see if it reacts to any of my magic. Yes, we could. Try hitting it with speed down. Nope, that didn't do anything. Try hitting it with a freeze then? Nope. So whatever magic affects that orb, we do not have it yet. Interesting. Alright, so we can't go that way. Do we have a way to go here, or is this a dead end for right now? Well, I think this is actually a dead end for now. Very interesting. Alright, so we'll have to come back here later. We'll remember there's a dead end in the pink forest area. And I just hit arrow level 3, hell yes. So next up, I think we're using the whip, since that's still only level 1. There we go. Whip's fun. I do like the ranged weapons in here. With the combat system being the way it is, the ranged weapons feel a lot more natural to me than some of the melee weapons. Ooh, hello. The hell was that? Ooh. A dragon dude cruising around. And I think that was just a regular level up. I don't think that was a weapon level up. I didn't see that. Oh, maybe. The boy's got the axe right now. And yeah, axe just hit level 2. Alright. Right, so the girl's got the javelin, so she can't use that one next. So let's have the sprite use the sprite spear then. That seems like that makes sense. There you go. Also, hey Nico. Perfect weather. Let's save definitely. Also, I just noticed the sprite's almost dead. That's unfortunate. Get to that in a second. Yeah, I thought the enemy summoned a dragon too. That was a little spooky. Alright. Nico does have some new gear, it looks like. The quill cap we have not seen before. Let's buy one of those at least, and we'll see how they look for both the characters that can equip it. And then if need be, we'll buy another one. Alright, so... Ooh. That is an extra 5 defense for the sprite. And for the girl... It's an extra 7. Alright, yeah, we're gonna need another one of those. A little bit better armor, I'll take that. And since they are the ones that are not very good at dodging things, we definitely want them to have the better armor at all times. Quite a lot of mana in this series, more than you'd think. More than you would think. Alright, there we go. We'll go ahead and sell the old gear there. Because we don't need now... We don't need the Rabite cap, not like it gets us that much. And we don't need the hair ribbon. And is there anything else we want to buy here? We could buy chocolate if we wanted to. I actually kind of do want to. It's relatively cheap. There we go. And... See, fairy walnuts restore your MP, but they are 1,000 GP per, which is brutal. Absolutely insane. Ooh, is Spiky Suit new? I didn't think Spiky Suit's new, but let me double check. No, Spiky Suit's not new. Alright, cool. But while I'm thinking about it, we do kind of need to heal, since, you know, the sprite's dying there. The song loop is very cheerful. I'm liking it. Alright. And hey, we got some new gear. Very nice. Huh. Oh, we're back in the Boogle area. Weird. Alright, so we just made a big loop. Well, that's not good. Well, how do we not loop then? Well, the Moogles aren't exactly being forthcoming. Gonna have to do something here. Watts, you got anything for us? No, he's got nothing. Alright. Well, we know clearly we need some sort of magic to cast on that elemental stone we saw there. Only mostly dead. So let's head back this way and see if there's any paths we might have missed going this way. Because it takes longer to get back here the other way anyway. Oops. No, I wasn't trying to talk to you. Damn it. Why are there enemies by the store anyway? That's inconvenient. Ow. Oh crap, Sprite's dying again. Did that not heal the Sprite? What the hell? There we go. There's apparently a silk tail right there. Can't actually see it. Take the game's word for it. Alright. Oh, hey, another new enemy. That is the steamed crab. Get it? He's mad. He's steamed. The Moogles are resting so they can carry an FF6. Fair enough. Oh my god, that damage animation. So goofy. Keep losing track of them in the trees, though. That's dangerous. Alright, so I don't see any other pathway here, so we'll head back to this area, the green area. If there's maybe a pathway we missed in here. Alright, that guy's toast. Prim reaches level 16, excellent. A little more leveling is always a good thing. Alright. Does look like there might be a path over here. I'm sensing a little bit of symmetry with the way these forest areas are laid out. It said Prim's weapon skill level up there, so let's see what we got. She was using the javelin. And if nobody else is using the longbow, she's going to want to switch to that. Alright, cool. Longbow it is. As the rabbite absolutely wallops people. Or the silktail, sorry. New area, new enemy. Even if it does just happen to be a palette swap. Come on, if anybody wants to help, that'd be cool. No, nothing. Alright. Ooh. Are these the pebblers they were saying? That are taking over the village? Might be. Take these dudes out then. They seem like bullies. Most certainly. Ow. Ow! AoE too. And also we need some more heals. Alright. Good. Take these dudes out. If we can. That little metallic noise was a block. Max's weapon skill up. Nice. All right. What's Max gonna be doing next after the whip? See, I sense there's maybe a big fight coming up. Let's see if we can have something strong equipped, if possible. Actually, no. Are we fully leveled up? We've got everything but the whip leveled up, it looks like. Wait, was I just 2 levels down on the whip? Was that it? Alright, yeah, just keep the whip then. That works. They do kind of look like Sonic the Hedgehog. I mean, if you're gonna have a hedgehog, why would you make him blue? Unless you want some lawyers on your case. I'm just saying. Seems like you're just asking for trouble at that point. There we go. I'm gonna save state because I'm a little worried that we might be coming up on a boss. Just in case. Let's go ahead and save right there. I don't see anything else to see in here. Kinda assume we have to fight some boss here. Clear the area up. Maybe just killing all those pebblers was all we need to do. The moles can come back to the village now. Alright. We did clear it out. Well, that was easy. Alright, so Watts still doesn't have anything to say. He's just a sales guy. There's a chest right here I can take. Oh, Axe Orb. Alright, so I'll have to talk to Watts in a second anyway. Nano, take care of yourself. We'll see you around. Gloves Orb. Nice, nice. And I see Nico has moved here as well. Does Nico have anything new now, or is it just the same stuff? Nope, same stuff. Alright. Alright, so let's upgrade our 2 new orbs. And then we'll save and see where we're heading off to. Alright, so the Power Glove upgrades to the Moogle Claws. Holy crap, it's the Vega Claws. And the Load Axe upgrades to the Stout Axe. Nice, nice. No in here though? Kinda sucks. Oh, my head! Ah! What's wrong? Yippee! I can remember everything! Walk the seasons from spring to winter, spring again, and we can enter. Alright, spring to winter, and then spring again. So each of those areas must have represented the different seasons. We just have to do a full loop, and then we're good, I guess? Alright. Like I said, we'll go ahead and save first. And we'll have to figure out where all the areas are in relation to each other. Have you played this before? Rex says, welcome in. Yes, I did. I have beaten this about twice back in my much younger days. But it is very nostalgic going back to it because it's been well over a decade. Close to 2 since I've beaten it last. Here's my handle, here is my edge. Alright, so I guess the question is, what do we think the pink one is? Is pink spring or is the pink summer? I think the pink area is summer. So we'll assume the green area is spring. The pink area is summer. Pink is spring, you think? You say pink is spring. Alright, so pink is spring, green is summer, white is winter. Would be Seafall? Is that a thing? Because cherry blossoms. I wasn't sure. That's a thing Japan would know better than I would. I will ding the game because that is technically outside knowledge needed to solve a puzzle. Delicious void juice. Very nice and cold. Alright, so we're assuming this is summer then. Alright. That makes sense. Point reaches level 16. Nice. Alright, so we go over here. Alright. We're saying this is spring, so this is our starting point. Spring, summer. Alright. And then over this way is Canon Travel. I don't know if that messed us up, so let's go back. Damn it. Canon Travel is not a season. Can confirm. Ow! Come on! Running past enemies in this game is sometimes very difficult. Alright. Spring. Summer. Ow. And then... Oh, yeah, that's definitely fall. And then from fall, we go to winter. And then if we can get back to the spring area from here, I think we're good. Oh, let's roll. Let's get the hell out of here. That was from the right. All right, so something did happen there. So whoever was guessing that pink is spring, you are correct. We really need some heals. We're taking a tremendous beating here, and we have not seen an inn in quite some time. Hopefully there's something that can heal us up over here. No, other right, other right. Oh, dang it. This way. No, we've been here before. Where the Canon Travel is. Now we're back at the village, damn it. Is there really no inn here? Kind of stinks. Alright, so something opened up. Not sure where. They said it was to the right when we were in the spring season. Over here? Ooh. I'm back! What the? Village is a shambles. What on earth happened? Hey, something's here. Crap, boss battle! We're out of healing magic too. Shit. Where's the boss? At the boss? Oh, there's the boss! Jesus Christ, what is that? The spring beak. Crap. Let me catch up on chat real quick. Canon may not be a season, but Tchaikovsky would do his damnedest to change that. You gotta respect that. Got my own void juice thermos and it has a little plastic blender in it, so it mixes up the void powder when it settles. Also lights up and makes a cool whirlpool. That is awesome. I love those auto blenders. Those are really nice. Alright, so, shit. Well, let's see what it's weak against, I guess. I hit it with freeze there. Like I said, try it with freeze. That was pretty good damage, I think. Oh, it's too far off screen. Alright. And also the girl's in rough shape there. Have her use candy in herself. With all the bouncing around, it's going to be hard to hit. I feel that in my bones. Yeah, it actually just bounced that attack, so that's not good. Also, for some reason, it smelled of you off. Where's this guy's hitbox now? I guess is the question. I'm not sure I'm hitting it right either. Which is not ideal. Alright, and also, out of MP. We got 1 MP left. I think we can afford a... We use a speed down, which honestly is not a bad idea. See if that helps any. Yeah, weapons seem to be mostly bouncing off of it. That's not great. And I believe the girl is out of MP, I think? Yeah, she's out of MP, so... now we're just gonna have to attack. I don't know why it's, gonna be bouncing our attacks, but... it should be bouncing all of our attacks. Do we need to use, like, specific weapons against it, or how is this working here? Like, I thought the whip was supposed to be good against, birds and beasts. Yeah, that is doing 0 damage. I just gotta switch weapons, I think. Let's try the javelin. If a little bit of range works. There we go. I can hit it with that at least. Oh shit! Thunderbolt level 4! Ow! I've been thunderstruck! Alright, I'll have to see if they're actually doing damage too. Ow! That does so much damage. And we're out of candy now too. Luckily we did quick save right before this if we need to do this again, but super cool if we could just beat it first try. Oh god, that thunderbolt though. That's brutal. Ow! Shit, totally whiffed with my charge attack there. And again. There we go! Beautiful hit there. Woo! First try. I was wondering if Thunderbolt was a counter because it did kind of feel like it. But either way, it's dead now. Way to go! Yeah, in the air too. That's awesome. Got the boomerang orb. So what the hell happened to the village? Where's the rest of Popoy's people? I found a mana seed and an old dude. Grandpa! Sounds like... Is that you, little tyke? Grandpa, can't you see me? Empire's men came and undid the wind seal. Bright flash stunned me. The others, there. This is awful. No, they must have escaped. I suppose so. Grandpa! Okay. Tyke, we sprites are a part of mana. That beast couldn't have beat us. Humans are breaking seals and releasing monsters, which are consuming our source of life, mana. I'll put a stop to that immediately. These two can help. I'd go with you if I could see better. At least take Sylphid, the wind elemental, with you. You called, Master? These young people are now your master. It is so. Gain Sylphid's powers. Use Analyzer to learn what magic works in crystal orbs. Use your magic on the orb in the forest to open the way to Matango. Said a white dragon lives in a cloud north of Matango. Dragon can help you. Go now, and worry not about me. Grandpa, everyone will be back soon. Me too. Come back whenever you're tired. There we go. That's basically the inn we were looking for right there. Is it a luck dragon? Ooh, man. I do love me some Neverending Story. Alright, so we finally got our inn and our save point. Post-boss. Do I need to seal the seed? Probably. Receive the seed's power. Hell yes. Alright, so we should have gotten some new spells then, so let's check those out. So the girl got Thunder Saber, of course. Analyzer, which lets us check monsters' weaknesses, which is a big deal. And Balloon, so we can cast that at will now, if we want to. And the Sprite gets Air Blast, of course. Silence, which is a Confuse, I guess. And Thunderbolt, which costs 4 mana. Alright, cool. Some more spells. I like it, I like it. Alright, I think that's everything there is to see in here. Which false advertising and story ended? Did it? I mean, just because you're not hearing what's going on in the story doesn't mean it's still happening. Could very well still be happening as we speak. Give me just a moment, folks. I gotta blow my nose. Don't you want a pretty balloon? Oh, God! And once again, I have no idea where the inns are going to be aside from this temple here, so we're not going to grind too hard with magic until we know we can get it back easily. We'll hold off on that for a bit. So did anybody come back to the village now? Nope, still abandoned. Well, that's sad. It is kind of in ruins, too. It is very sad. Poor Popoy's village. Alright. And Port Gems. Thank you for a tier 1 sub to Only Grands. Jesus. I appreciate that. Give sub number 5 in the channel, Port Gems. Thank you for that. Oh my God. How have I never heard anybody make that joke before? Seems so obvious once you hear it. But I don't think I have heard. Alright, so we're heading back to the winter area now. We gotta find that orb that we weren't able to get past before. And hopefully now we can get past it. Holy grams, my god. Alright. Keep taking these guys on even though they have just oodles of health. I suppose I could be using charge attacks, but I don't think it'd speed that up that much. Especially because, you know, charging takes so much time. Ow. Well, at least we got mana back for heals now. That's a good thing. Think about. Thankfully, you don't need to kill with magic spells in order to level up. That would be a huge pain. And Primreach is level 17, hell yes. Alright, so I think this leads to the winter area. No, this leads back up here, but we did get one new orb. So the chakram upgrades to the load boomerang. Poor James, thank you for the clip there. I appreciate that. And did we need to buy anything else? May as well restock on candy over here. There we go. And we'll go ahead and save here too, because why not? Save the game. Yes. Alright, so outside of here, this is the summer area, right? Alright, I don't know why I was thinking this is fall. Alright. We gotta go to the fall area. Here we go, and then over here should be winter, I think. This way. Oh, shoot! Oh, my controls! Bring it, owls! God damn it! Anybody want to help here? Anybody? Damn it! Pushed into the corner there. Alright, Papoy is level 2 with the spear. Let's see where we want to go with that. Whip, javelin, or sword is all the ones they need next. Let's do whip. Whip sounds good. There we go. Whew. Alright, is this the winter area? Whew, it's ready to kill those owls. I am done with these owls. They're gonna have to die, I'm sorry. Why does a crab know Thunder Saber? Why would a crab be a lightning element? That's insane to me. Do not understand. Shouldn't they be water elements? They live in the water? I mean, if they were a lobster, I'd understand them being rock type for reasons. Oops, and like we're gonna need a heal here. There we go, heal on the whole group. Get out of here. And Chris Technician has redeemed a posture check. Let me take this guy out first. Missed. There we go. The orb we saw before was... Where is the orb? Is there a second winter area? Or was it south of here? Possibly. Come on, get out of here! Fail! There we go. Oh, there must be a second winter area then. That wasn't where the orb was, damn it! Fucking Silktail. Alright, give me a second. Once we get to that orb, I'll go ahead and do the posture check. Ah, this is where the orb was. Why did I think it was in winter for some reason? I don't know. Alright. Stretch break. Oh, everybody else might want to take a second to do this as well. Ooh. Take your time to stretch. Stand up, get some blood flow in your legs. Get hydrated. If you need to refresh your drink, get another snack, feel free to do that. If nature's calling, now's the time to take that call. Do not keep sending it to voicemail, that ends badly. Hey, Shira, welcome in. How are you doing today, Shira? Hope everything is going well. We were talking about bad translations the other day, and I mentioned you told me that the German translation for Legend of Dragoon is legendarily bad. We thought that was, somebody was talking about a game that was really badly translated. I thought that might have been the one they were thinking of. That wasn't the one they were thinking of. They were thinking of the German translation of the game Grandia 2, which was so badly translated that when one of your attack misses, it's supposed to say miss on the screen, like you'd expect in an RPG, except they translated everything, like, without any context. So they translated miss as Fraulein. So every time you attack an enemy and your attack whiffs, it just says Fraulein on screen, which, all right, yeah, that's the worst. That is the worst translation I've ever seen. I'll give it to you. That's the worst. I don't know that I've ever seen anything that even comes close to that being that bad. Let's see, it's the abbreviations. They did not even bother. That is frustrating. I'm so sorry. That is how translations work sometimes. You need context to translate anything. Because, like, in a vacuum, that is a correct translation, but in context, no, it's not. So that is unfortunate. But yeah, good to see you, Shiro. Hope you're doing well. Alright, so we will use Wind Magic and cast Analyzer on the orb. Sylphid's magic will work. Alright. So, as expected, since we already tried the other magic types, we need to use Sylphid on it. Let's hit it with Air Blast. And there we go. Now we can get past. We've got another new enemy here, it looks like. And that is the Crawler. Creepy. Is indeed a creepy crawly. Let's see. It's not a motorbike, it's a helicopter. Oh god. Yeah, chopper is one of those things where it's like, you gotta be careful with that translation because that could mean a lot of things in English. Sleep flower. Oh god. And they're just gonna stand there. Thanks for the help, guys. Come on. There we go. Prim's weapon skill up. Arrow reaches level 2. Let's deal with that first. So, what's Prim getting equipped next? Let's do... The world is our oyster right here. Let's have her do the bow, maybe? Wait, isn't she already using the bow? She is using the bow already. Alright, so let's have her keep the bow. And get that up to level 3 then. Easy enough. Let's see, Shira, you have finished Maul and now you're moving on to the Bad Batch. Ooh, how did you like Maul? That is one I haven't actually heard much about, so I don't know how people are liking it. Bad Batch too I haven't heard a ton about. So if you have any thoughts on that, I would love to hear. Ooh, there's a lot of enemies. take these guys out with their sweet, sweet weapon XP. Because as enemies get stronger, it's just even all that much more important. We keep farming that XP. Get our weapons leveled up as much as we can. Go. That dodge, though. Stop dodging my javelin. Alright, this looks like possibly the way forward. I don't think we've been in this area before. Doesn't look familiar. Alright, let's do this. RG period D period W period S dash D. Wow. That tells me less than nothing? Jesus. It's like they said, like, we can't shorten the name. We have to use the full name. But we can't fit the full name, so let's just throw a couple letters in there. Just get a couple letters in there and we'll call it a day. Jesus. Only it's an armor, oh no. What a horrible name. It is very bad. If you don't even get an inkling of what the item is, clearly the description has failed in every way, shape, and form. Whew. That is a bad one, although I still think Fraulein is a worse translation. Oh, god damn it, I wasn't keeping an eye on health. And now Popoy's down, damn it. Well, that's a couple wishes. For not paying attention. I'll take the heat on that. That's on me. But I will make sure that the girl heals herself at least. Yeah, we'll avoid that disaster. And of course that's a little bit of XP for the element as well, so that's a good thing. Man, all these enemies take so many hits. There we go. Alright, so I don't think there's anything to do in this area. I think we're just passing through. That's fine, we can do that. Fraulein is very funny, it's true. Alright, next area. Ooh, go left or right here. Like, the previous areas we've been to had actual signposts to lead where you're going. I liked that. Like, these areas are humongous and twisty, and it's like literally nothing. Not even an inkling of where I'm supposed to be going. Not a huge fan. Max reach level 18. Excellent. Riot gas! Max is unconscious. Damn it! Well, that's a new type of trap we haven't seen before. Sure, they don't have electricity or running water, but they've invented riot gas somehow? Of course, why not? I have questions about the society's priorities. Serious, terrifying questions. They've made some mistakes is all I'm saying. And Board Jams, thank you for the gift sub to Crunch. Haven't seen Crunch in here in a while, but apparently Crunch is still lurking in the background. That's somehow good to know, but also a little bit terrifying. That is gift sub number 6 in the channel. Thank you so much for that, Board Jams. I appreciate that. You just got fucking tear gassed by a treasure box. Not a thing I thought I had to watch out for. And yet here we are. We were just talking about Crunch earlier, too. Oh, damn it! Oh! I had seen the sprite was low on health before, but I was just like, I can wait a little bit before reviving, before healing. I should not have done that, because then I get distracted. And now I am out of Cups of Wishes, so I cannot be playing that game anymore. Now we actually gotta make sure people are staying healthy. We cannot do any more revives at the moment. And I have no idea where the next inn is gonna be. Javelin does not seem good against bugs for some reason. Whip level 2 for Papoy. So what does she want to do next? Herald Sword, I guess. That works. You're doing the sword. More riot! Come on! Why did the riot gas Moogle me this time? That's a hilarious image where you've got a riot and they just throw out gas grenades and all of a sudden everyone's a panicking horde of Moogles. I'm not sure that would improve the situation is the problem. Ooh, another new enemy there. The Kimono Bird, very literal name right there. Of course the Javelin is bad against bugs. Have you ever tried to hit a bug with a Javelin? I haven't. But if you give me a Javelin, I will try. Tell you that right away. I just don't seem good at... This just doesn't seem to want to hit anything. That's really strange. Yeah, the Javelin is just not really doing much against these dudes. Crap, these hedgehogs are dangerous. Jeez. Like, this is a full-on dungeon. Like, there's no place to heal up anywhere nearby, and that's really bad. Keep him suppressed! Shit. We didn't keep him suppressed. Let's go ahead and drop heals. Alright. Kimono Bird is down at least, it's good. And I saw arrow level 3 in there? That sounds like, Prim leveled up, so... Let's have Prim go for... Boomerang, which slows enemies down, apparently. That's kind of nice. There we go. Go ahead and do that a bit. Some of these assholes could do with a little slowdown. I think that'll be positive. If they decide to attack enemies. Which, at the moment, not really interested. Shouldn't really have to get my companions interested in attacking enemies. You'd think they should just be, like, into it already. Alright, so that's the only place I can go from there. What was I using before this? Javelin? Still using the Javelin. How's that leveling going anyway? How much longer are we going to be using the Javelin? Javelin's already maxed and I'm doing absolutely nothing at the moment. Good, good. Awesome. I should be using the whip. Why am I not using the whip? I don't know. Let's see. Roseguard, welcome in. How are you doing today? The music in this game is amazing. The Javel out? Ooh, hello. Welcome to a tango. Alright, not a full-on dungeon then. Unlike others of our kind, we're peaceful. So you say? Still considering putting you on pizza though, FYI. We say Matango to greet each other. I'm thinking there's a word for mushroom that sounds kind of like that. Let's see. Gantama means goodbye. I appreciate you teaching me these things. Forest has become a dangerous place. We aren't equipped to fight monsters. You are monsters, though. I gotta point that out. I feel like I need to just bring that to your attention. Also, these guys move around so much they're a little hard to keep your track of. I'm sure King Truffle can help you. All right. We must find the king of the mushrooms, I guess. Not leaving yet, I hope. Oh, that one's got hearts on the cap. That's cute. Yep, there's a mushroom castle. Full-on mushroom castle. This is Fung Castle, home of King Truffle. All right. I don't think we're in Kansas anymore. All right, I see an item shop. Item shops sometimes do sell equipment. Let's see what they got. The Wolfspan. Ooh, that's an improvement, it looks like. Fancy overalls, that looks like an improvement. Steel cap, that looks like an improvement too. We'll get one of those first, because those are relatively cheap. We slap that on, and then we'll check out the other things. They have a castle, does that mean they have a king that's also a mushroom? Is this the Mushroom Kingdom? We may have accidentally stumbled into the Mushroom Kingdom. You thought I was playing a JRPG? I lied to all of you, it's Mario, sit back down. You're playing Mario now. You fools. Alright, that's an extra 5 defense, so I'm happy about that. And we go ahead and sell the old cap. Headgear. And now we get to the really expensive stuff, unfortunately. Well, fancy overalls. See if we can afford 3 of these. I think we can. Alright, we can. We have more cash than I thought we did. That's good. Now let's see if we can equip those. Holy shit! Extra 9 defense. Now we're talking. Extra 5 defense. I'll take it. And an extra 9. Hell yes. That is kind of a big deal. That's going to make a very significant difference fighting the enemies we've been fighting. Probably not going to get walloped as much as we had been, which I'm down with. I am 100% excited about that. And there's still more to buy, so let's head back in there. And get 3 Wolfspans? Looks like we can do that. There we go. Let's check those out too. We're playing Mario now. Super. This is what happened when the Toad people finally staged a coup? Oh my god. Post-Civil War Mushroom Kingdom? The lore and drop is happening right now. It's uncanny. Alright, Wolfspan is an extra 2 defense, which that's fine. I'll take 2 defense. Not gonna complain about that. Alright. So now everyone is tricked out with all of the best gear we have available, which is cool as hell. I like that. Especially because, like, we have been taking so much damage from enemies recently. Hopefully that's going to make things a little bit better. Let's also go in and restock. Alright, we're full on candy. I don't think we've used any chocolate, so I'm not going to worry about that. Wait, did that say 150 for a Cup of Wishes? Because Nico was selling it for like 300 or 400. Was Nico ripping me off? Holy shit, I think Nico was ripping us off. Alright, well we got 4 Cups of Wishes now, so I guess we're good on that. Yep, and Nico was selling fairy walnuts for 1,000. Nico's prices were double what they should have been. Holy shit. Well, that's disappointing. How much for a liter of wishes? I don't know the conversions, unfortunately. But we are well stocked and well equipped now, so hell yes. Let's have to find a save point. The Swindler! How dare! He needs to make a buck too? How many bucks does he need to make? Because I'm supposed to be saving the world here. I want to point that out. Nico is in the world. Pretty sure if there's an apocalypse, Nico's going to be having a bad time as well. Gonna point that out. 500 per cup. Ow! This man's told me all about you. Whew, thought she'd already left. Oh, hey, Watts. Alright, Watts is here now, I guess. Weird. I don't think we got any new orbs since last time we ran into him. Watts just keeps relocating. Go figure. Alright, can't go in there yet. I don't know what that is. I ain't in. 50 GP, it's more expensive than the other inns we've seen, which is weird because that's straw. Kind of overcharging for the betting a little bit, I think. I'm feeling like that. Alright, we'll go ahead and save. Much has happened since that last save, so that's a good one. Did Nico sell it for twice as much, or is the fun guy selling it for half as much? I suppose that is a possibility. Maybe he's just throwing us a discount. The fun guy. We might get a little moldy here. I'm gonna need a very good shower after all this. I saw a white dragon. They're supposed to be extinct. Legend has it that a mana beast took on the fortress. Animals similar to mana beasts live in our world. Sometimes you see them flying through the woods. Was that the dragon thing we saw? Possibly. Our ancestors once rode flying animals. White dragons, I believe. Amazing. A white dragon was spotted yesterday in a cave to the north. Mushrooms rode on dragons. That's a weird world there. King Truffle is a splendid ruler. However, he's reckless. Alright, let's talk to the man himself. Here at last, the legendary knight. Huh? You don't think we have legends here like everywhere else? Riding a white dragon and wielding the sword, they shall save the world. That sounds metal as hell. That's you guys, right? I knew it right away. Just yesterday, one of my people saw a white dragon fighting a huge snake. Use the first floor exit on the right for the cave. Palace? I know where it is, but first, find the cave. Then I'll tell you how to reach the palace. Oh, and there's something upstairs for you. Alright. Gotta scratch his back before he'll scratch mine. What'd he leave me, though? Ooh, javelin orb. Alright, I'll take that. Thank you very much. Let's see. Does the white dragon have blue eyes? Oh god. You've activated my trap card. That emote's really good. Nico's a student of late-stage free market capitalism. Nobody's forcing you to buy his goods. He's kind of got a monopoly in the middle of dangerous areas. Kind of brutal. Alright, so we'll have to talk to Watts again. Get that leveled up. Before we head out. Definitely appreciate Watts moving around so we don't have to just keep going back to him. I was a little worried about that. Alright, Javelin upgrades to the Light Trident. That's pretty cool. Let's save one more time. And then we'll head out. So we don't need to stay. Just need to save. There we go. Alright. Now we can head down here, which was blocked before. This should apparently lead to the cave where they saw a white dragon fighting a snake. Interesting. Ooh. Boy reaches level 18. I'm like, hopefully we're not taking the kind of damage we were taking before, now that we had all that armor. But also, I'd like to avoid just taking damage in general, if we could. That would be nice, too. These guys are so fast. Crab's not usually known for being super fast, I thought. Could be wrong about that. These guys do ride the lightning, literally, it would seem. So I guess there's that. Keep the sprite protected while they're unconscious. A really big area. Probably has like 1-2 agents for all that. Oh, blue guy's white dragon. It's possible. Possible. As long as it's not 3 of them, that could be a little much. Some guy in a hat, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Glad to have you with us. Boy's poison. God damn it. Not you. Use remedy on the boy. First off. Slave flower. Oh, god damn it. Get up! Ow. And then go ahead and use healing on Papoy. He's unfortunately still taking more damage than I'd like, but I suppose it could be worse. This looks like probably the cave they were talking about. The flagon with the dragon that holds the brew that is true. Oh my god, that is such a good sketch. Not quite as good as Who's on First, which I feel like there's probably some cross-pollination happening there, but that is a very good sketch. And well executed by everyone involved. If you haven't seen it before, look it up on YouTube. You will appreciate it. But who is on first? Exactly! You got it! I actually, when I was doing radio in college, I actually got a hold of a copy of the script for that. And we did the bit on radio live. And like, just reading it, I didn't like fully appreciate it. But actually performing it live on air, like, we were struggling not to laugh the whole time we were doing it. Because like, as you're doing it, like as you're saying it out loud, it becomes very obvious where the joke is, and just, it's brilliant. And relentless in its pacing. The vessel with the pestle. Oh god. Freaking lightning attacks now, rude. Max's weapon skill up, whip reaches level 3. Get caught up on chat right here. Five Guys bright flagon! Oh god, we're mixing all the metaphors now. Third base! How once shot twice? Yes! Also definitely some cross-pollination happening there. The Manamana beast. Or maybe just a luck dragon. Possible, possible. Alright, so we're level 3 now. What do we want? Level 3 Stout Axe sounds nice. Let's go for that. Level 3 Stout Axe. Let the grinding begin. Hopefully this is better against some of these critters. Nope, nope, you're still deflecting my attacks. Rude. Shoot, we're gonna need some more heals. I was hoping not to use too much magic this early, but some of these guys are pretty relentless. And we do got plenty of weapon leveling to do. Gotta do what you gotta, I suppose. Or a Lich Dragon. I hope it's not a Lich Dragon. Those guys are bad news. Very, very dangerous. Unless you've got some very good healing spells and are okay with getting a very powerful beast very pissed off at you. Which you probably shouldn't be. Don't piss off very powerful beasts. It's a bad habit to get into. I'm just going to say that much. Try and take down the bird, since the bird seems to have the magic. And that's where the danger lies. There we go. Also, I couldn't tell if the bird was summoning the hedgehogs, but I'm going to assume that it was. And just take it down first for that reason alone. Man, these hedgehogs just block so many of my attacks. It's kind of brutal. In fact, they've got so much AoE too. There we go. Alright, Popoy's weapon skill up, sword reaches level 2, and max reaches level 19. Very nice. Alright, so Popoy needs the light trident next. Because that's only level 1. Alright, let's start on that then. I'm fine with that. Yeah, sure, just silence me from all the way back there. Even confused, I can take them down. Alright, so looks like we're heading up here, and we're gonna need to whip our way across. Let me change ever so briefly. The whip. There we go. Handy skill to have. And then change back to the axe. Alright. Down here. You are very dangerous. Be dead down here. Oh, God. Where is that from? Bring the hedgehogs and egg chase after that instead. Or gems. I hear hedgehogs do like going after those gems. Emeralds. Shoot. Keep them suppressed. There we go. Alright, another whip. Yeah, another whip usage here. It's kind of weird, because, like, having things like having a whip to get across here is odd, because, like, there's literally no way you could ever get to this area without having the whip already, so, like, you're not gating anything. Do you just want to kind of show off it's a thing you can do? Why have that there? Hedgehogs do like rings as well, I've seen that too. Can confirm. Shoot, we got 2 of the bird guys here now. That's not good. Get him down. Yes, Prim reaches level 19. Hell yes. Alright, yeah, the birds do summon hedgehogs. I don't know why. I don't know what sense that makes. Aside from the fact they are definitely some sort of wizard, I guess. Hence the fact even though birds do fly, they're just sort of hovering. Very weird. Oh, and I just noticed that, as usual, Popoy is taking a beating, so let's do a heal real quick. Not play that game this time. Finished off his hedgehog for a little bit more XP, and was worth it, because Prim's Boomerang reached level 3. Excellent. So what do we got next for Prim? I'm pretty good on leveling here. Let's do... Ooh, yeah, let's do Spear. Spear is a spectacular weapon. Getting good with it seems like a good idea. Alright, so I see there's a gap there that we can't get past. There's some stairs down there. The hedgehog for some reason. Had him suppressed, though. Or we had him suppressed. Oh, yeah. Alright, so we got stairs up and stairs down. I got the stairs up first. If there's like a switch we need to hit. This is the tile set that does have those skull switches, so it's possible. Shoot! Komodo bird! Wow! Critted for 100 damage, holy crap. Oh, this layout's gonna get me confused, isn't it? I'm gonna get lost in this dungeon. Like, have I been here before? I don't think I've been here before. I feel like I'd know if I was here before. Maybe. Or am I just totally going backwards? No, I haven't seen that orb before. That orb is something new. Let's take these guys out. And then we will scan that orb, see what we're going to hit it with next. There we go. Max's weapon skill up. Axe reaches level 3. Yes. And Papoy reaches level 19. Nice. Alright, so Max, what are you going with next? Let's do Trident. Once again, we're fighting a lot of birds and beasts, so it seems like it's the moment. Oh no, the sprite's using the Trident. Shoot. So if not the Trident, Boomerang maybe? Sure, we can do that. Boomerang time. Getting caught up on chat here. Magician Lord has the villain taunt you before every level, but the taunts are all hilariously badly translated. Oh my god. You persistent guy, but your life ends right now. Come on, nice guy, but your life is mine very soon. That power is powerless in our presence. I'm destined to die. Those are pretty amazing. All right, let's scan this orb. Gnome's magic will work. All right. So in that case, Gnome, and we'll do a speed down probably. It should work. Only 1 MP, so that's why I want to do that instead of just hitting with a rock. Oh, damn it. No, I guess we do need to do an attack on it. That sucks. I guess you have to damage the orb with that element. No? Or do I specifically have to use Earth Slide? Damn it. There's a lot of MP wasted if that's the case. Specifically had to use Rock Slide. Alright. Well, we got through eventually. Oh god, Sinistar. Run, run, run. Oh my god. I have a clip in my saved clips of the first time Ash Says Hi played Sinistar and got absolutely just absolutely surprised, shocked by Sinistar yelling at her and then eating her. It was an amazing experience to be present for. Like, I think especially in the modern age, if you haven't played Sinistar before, you are not prepared for that voice to suddenly start yelling at you. Oh man, this cave is huge. We're gonna get so lost in here. Alright, keep that bird suppressed. There we go. Need to take out the hedgehog. And we're good to go. Get him! I appreciate that they are sometimes doing power attacks now. Also, I appreciate that the game makes a noise when I'm charging my power attack, but not when my allies are, because that would get annoying so fast. That would pretty much instantly get irritating. So thank you, game, for noticing that's a thing and avoiding it. Very much appreciated. Guys, if you want to get in on this, anytime now. Being a little trapped over here. Jeez. They've got a bunch of HP too, so this is taking a bit. Alright, I'm confused. That's okay. It just reverses my controls. It doesn't scramble them or anything. I can adapt pretty quickly. And only lasts for a couple seconds, which is wild. Alright, birds down. Finish off these hedgehogs. I was gonna try charging up, but like, I'm the only one suppressing them, so unfortunately, we're gonna keep going. Alright, before I hit level 2 with the javelin, could probably just leave the javelin on them. I think that goes up to level 3. Find out in a second. Alright, so confirm, deny. Javelin. Yeah, javelin goes up to level 3, so we'll just leave the javelin on them. That's fine. I tried to play Gauntlet in arcade once and ducked out immediately because holy fuck loud. There used to be a Dairy Queen out by me that had a Street Fighter 2 machine. And I was like, oh my god, how nostalgic, a Street Fighter 2 machine. And like they had the sound cranked up all the way. There was no music playing in the place, so like it was just the loudest thing, and the owner's looking at me like, why did you touch that? I didn't know, man. I just want to play the game. Alright, let's check up here. We've been up here? Yes, this is where we came from, I think. Came from there. What else is there to go? This way? That's a dead end. You're stuck here. This is definitely a dead end. What the heck? They said something about a boulder fall earlier. I'm guessing there's some sort of path that we couldn't take before that we can now? Not sure where that would be. Keep looking around, I guess. Definitely can't go that way now. Don't know if we could before. I don't think we could before. That is not an option now, I can tell you that much. Where else? Where else? This way. Have we been here? Weird stairs we can't get to over there. This way doesn't look super familiar. Try checking this way. If there's anything over here we can do. Hoping we haven't been this way. I don't think so, though. Although this part does look familiar. Oh, it's tricky. Yeah, no, we've definitely been here before, haven't we? Yeah, this is where the elemental orb was. Alright. We've been here, but we heard the sound of a boulder falling. But why? What does that mean? Were we able to go over here before? This might be new. Let's see. Oh god, boss battle! Alright, shit. Was not expecting that. So... Let's make a quick save. I'm not sure if we're all that equipped for a boss right now, but we'll see what we can do. There we go. Thank you, more gems. Snake! Spooky snake. Luckily now we've got analyzers, so let's see what the guy's deal is. The Great Viper. $1,300 HP. Great Viper fears Sylphid. Alright. Well, unfortunately, our air magic is not leveled up in the slightest. But I guess no time like the present. Let's see what we can do. Pigmead, that's a new one. Oh god. Everyone's health is very bad. Shit, and of course, boy, got taken down just as we were healing. You heal yourself. I'm gonna use a couple wishes. There we go. Alright, back to beating on it. Alright. I haven't actually seen how much damage Sylphid's doing. Hopefully it's good. Couldn't see it there either. Great Viper again. Oh god, actually that seems more like a case for candy than magic. There we go. Pigmead lasts a long time, I'm noticing. That's a little horrifying. Alright, not terrible damage. Not terrible damage. Alright, Air Blast to him, but also, let's see, you use candy on Papoy. Thank you, EP. I'm gonna try. Yeah, we're just farting at it. Critical damage. Wait, Papoy's dead again? God damn it. Just trying to drop a heal. And Papoy, I guess it didn't work. I'm gonna wait for him to show back up again. So we can... Ooh! Wow, alright, they're getting walloped, that's why. No? Alright, there's our spooky snake. Hit it with another air blast. Not doing a ton of damage overall, which is not ideal. We got one last shot. Let's make use of that. Alright. That is all the MP they've got. I am 100% going to blow an MP to see where we're at, though. Oh god, it's still got almost 900 HP? Jesus Christ. That's bad. And you gotta hit it in the head, which is tricky. I feel like Boomerang is not gonna work for me here. Let me change weapons. Let's see. Wow, the girl nearly died there. That was horrifying. Lord Motley Bugnut. There's a hell of a name right there. Snake? Snake? Snake! And what are we going to use here? Try the whip. feel like I might have a better chance hitting with the whip. Thing's like doing like 50 damage per strike. That's insane. Jesus. We're out of candy. You're gonna have to take some chocolate. Not like anybody's gonna complain about taking chocolate. Same thing with the girl here. Not like they're doing much to help in this scenario. Can't help noticing they're not doing much in the way of damage. Just happen to notice this. Really not doing any damage. And alright, we're out of healing anyway. Oh jeez, alright. Boys down. So go ahead and use a couple wishes on this. Now that we know they're not super duper expensive. Seriously, did they hit this guy even once? I have not seen them do any attacks. Also, I can't attack while I'm pygmy. That I did not realize. And, oh god, he's dead. Shit. Well, we're gonna have to try and win with these two then. Not ideal. Not ideal at all. Zero damage! Wonderful. The boy sees the Reaper. Alright, so the fists appear to do 0 damage against this guy. Awesome. No, there it is. No, I was me taking the damage, I think. Let's quick load. I think the save's doable, but that's gonna be difficult. Run, run, run! It hungers. Got a little bit of Torgo there. Was going for Sinistar. Good news is she had a nice little life. Bad news, God died. Continuing the trend of bosses that allies cannot hit. Hopefully it was just the weapon that we needed to be changed there. At least in death, my girth is restored. It's true. You gotta take your wins where you can. Alright. Try this again, and let's change weapons right away. So I was having some good experience with the whip there. And as for her, oh, maybe she was pygmy? Because I thought she was using the fist, but she was using the spear. Weird. Right, they're about to get walloped, so let's just tank that hit. And then Air Blast. Shit. And then immediate heals immediately. And she didn't fire off the heals. Thanks for that. There we go. And while she was doing that, she did Air Blast. Damn it. And we're already just taking shitloads of damage. Go ahead and use candy on yourself. Go. Can I use the herbs to unpick me? I don't know if that actually works. I know it cures poison. I'm not sure if it cures anything. Oh, it does unpick me. Alright, that's good to know. For some reason I thought that was just for poison. It is not. That should be their advertising slogan. Medical herbs, not just for poison. Pile on that damage. Alright, and that is all of the MP expended there. Bojangles, welcome in. How are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Yes, only mods can add coats. That's true. Micro F, small f, only a little bit of progress lost. Oh, did I drop? Oh, did the stream drop for a second? That's weird. I will mention on my end, I don't see any dropped frames. So I think if the stream dropped, it wasn't on my end, it was on Twitch's end. Strange, strange. Yeah, it wasn't on my end that time. I think Twitch itself had a little bit of a hiccup there. Oh, it went to the, oh shoot. All right. All right, well, I'm glad we're back at least. Thanks for letting me know. All right. Back to it. We're out of magic, so now we're actually just gonna have to take this thing out by beating on it. Which is not good because this thing's really hard to hit. Throw down a heal on everybody. Get that out of the way. Interrupted my attack animation. Rude. Like, I like doing 50 hit damage per hit. That's pretty awesome. I don't know how she died so fast, but we'll couple wishes that. That's fine. That is fine. If anybody else wants to hit, that'd be cool too. Oh, damn it, poise down. Let's throw another couple wishes there, why not? Whew, just showing how hard it is to actually get those hits in. I cannot be pygmy, so I'm gonna have to fix that. I need to actually be doing damage here, I'm sorry. With the spellcasters down, I am the primary source of damage. Especially since they don't seem to want to do anything for some reason. I love how useful my allies are in boss battles, it's great. Absolutely fantastic. I mean, it's mostly just dying, but not entirely dying. Where does it get spells from? Now it has spells? Hasn't been casting spells this whole fight, but alright, now it's got Gem Missile. Also, for some reason, my whip either does great damage or it blocks it outright. It's just one or the other. Bizarre. Oh god, I think we got enough for, we got one last heal. Go ahead and drop it right there. Or just don't cast that, that's fine. There we go. Come on, it's gotta be getting close now. Gotta be getting close. Just hang out a little longer. Just suddenly remembered it's got magic. Come on! Damn it! Yes! There we go! Whew. And we had a sword orb. And Prim Reach is level 20. Max Reach is level 20. Oh man, that was exhausting. double check our weapons because we definitely swapped a lot of stuff around there. Alright, so Max wants to be using the boomerang. How about the girl? She's using the spear. Spear is fine then. And for the sprite, they're using the trident right now? Yeah, trident's fine. Oh god, Shannon, I was a little worried about that. I'm like, is this like phase 1? Is there gonna be more to this? God, what a nightmare that would be. Alright, was this where I came in? I don't think it was. No, I don't recognize this. Hello! Who are you? This is the legendary white dragon? Parents must have been beaten by that serpent. We won't make it if we leave it here. Way too big for us to carry. Let's ask Truffle. Oh, just a baby. Just a little baby. He'll only slow you down, so I'll raise him. King Truffle, quiet you. You three get going. I'll take good care of him. By the way, how do you like the name Flammy? Hang on, I sound like an idiot. You'd agree with me whether you like the name or not. Ha! I didn't even get to hit anything in that option. Oh, let's call him Flammy and be done with it. Cannon travel is open again in the forest to the south. You'll find the Fire Palace somewhere in the desert of Kakara. Didn't even give me an option. Oh man, yeah, Wild Arms 3 is one of my favorite RPGs of all time now that I played it on stream. Absolutely unbelievable. I kind of want to play some other Wild Arms games now. That's it, Emperor. I always forget the name. Let me get caught up on shit. Oh yeah, the boss rush at the end of Wild Arms 3 is insane. Alright, the Herald Sword upgrades to the Claymore, badass. Upgrading the weapons is starting to get expensive though. Gonna get trickier going forward. Go ahead and stay at the inn. Make sure our MP is all restored and everything. Oh, poor Flammy. It's a cute name, Flammy, for a dragon. I like it. Oh, they left the duplication glitch in the remake? That's always cute when they do that. Like, hey, we know some people really like this glitch, and let's just leave it there. Leave it there and let you do what you wish with it. Alright. We'll pop into the item shop and we'll restock, because oh my god, did I burn through a lot of items there. Holy crap. Stock at candy first. Alright, and then chocolate. Alright. And then we'll refill completely on a couple wishes, I think, too, because they're cheap enough here that we can afford to buy a whole bunch of them. Alright, there we go. We still got a ton of cash. Actually kind of stunned we're at 5 figures worth of cash. We'll save one more time before we head out. And then we just need to find cannon travel. Which you said was to the south, I think? And then once we get there, we need to head to the desert, I think you said. Alright. And I kind of want to see the wacky adventures of the King and the Dragon. Like, that seems like a fun story. A Herald of Darkness sword, if only, if only. Flabby, is it a particularly fat dragon? I mean, it's a baby. All babies got that baby fat going on. It's true. Literally just the ecstasy of gold with the numbers filed off. It's bold, but that is an amazing song. All right, thank you, Port Jams. You have a good rest. We'll see you around. All right, let's find the cannon travel then. See where that's at. I don't remember seeing cannon travel nearby before, but he did say it's now open, so maybe it wasn't before? Also, I need the axe to get through these. But here? Oh, that's a dead end. Strange. Alright, what was I working on? Boomerang? Boomerang. That was a weird little sprite glitch there on the bird. Well, tried to render both sprites in the exact same space, it looked like. Couldn't figure out what to put where. Alright, oh, almost missed it. Oh, hey, get back here! Get back here! Chest with legs, it's bonkers. And Doc Belvin, or sorry, Board Jams, has invested in a Harvester sequel. I think the chest with legs, that might be something we could borrow for that. Because, I mean, how fun would it be if you finally get through a big dungeon and you get the treasure that you've been looking for all this time, and it runs away from you? Now, the ones in this game, of course, have little stubby legs that really don't get it anywhere. I imagine the chests in Harvester would have to be like Olympic-level sprinters that just take off at like 30 miles an hour as soon as you see them. And obviously your character can't run anywhere near that fast, being, you know, flabby little Steve. No cardio whatsoever. Now, how would you catch chests in that case, you might be wondering? That's your problem, not mine, honestly. Like, look, I can't give you all the answers in this game. You gotta figure some out for yourself. Maybe the chest will wear itself out at some point? Probably not, but like maybe. I don't know, maybe you can lock it in a room and just like throw a blanket over it? I don't know. Get creative with it. Assume that I haven't made it an impossible problem because I didn't bother to program a solution into the game. Just assume that. That would be a nice thing of you to assume. I would appreciate if you did that. Also because your Steve starts with a running set of 1. He gets a stitch instantly and he dies if you try and have him keep running with the stitch. The pain is too much. Ooh, Doc Belvin, that is a ton of work. Congratulations on that. Getting all that done, that's a good thing. I guess I'll do Moogle Claws next. I mentioned before the fist weapon is my least favorite weapon in the game, but we'll make do. Just to get it leveled up for later. Should it become useful at some point. Certain enemies do have certain weaknesses against certain weapons. And Prim, it's Spear level 3. So I think we're gonna have them go for the axe next. That makes sense. Go. Also, I was trying to hit from way back there like I still had the boomerang. That is the danger here. I don't know how long that poison actually ticks. Let's go ahead and use Remedy, just in case. In case it decides it wants to tick all day, which it might. You never know. Alright, so where are we heading now is the next question. That's a dead end there. They just kind of said to the south, so I guess we're just going to keep exploring. If we can find where cannon travel might be. Might be over here. Have we been here before? Ah, we have not. Alright. Wild lettuce. That's kind of cool. Is that edible? It's just like kind of lettuce except in the wild? I don't actually know there. Harvest 2, that's your problem, not mine. That'll be the quote on the box, since no reviewer would actually touch it with a 10-foot pole. Oh god, the D100 upgrade, that is a brutal thing. The most annoying bamboo-like weed, and it just does not die. Some of those weeds, yeah, those will not go anywhere. A raspberry bush, that's kind of cool, though. I dig that. The devil's lettuce, oh my god! Alright, here we go, Kakara. There's something there called Ice Country too, but we don't need to go there. All the way to the desert, huh? Well, let's try it. Just slide into the cannon. I don't like the sound of that, chat. Chat, he doesn't sound very confident about sending me to the place I need to go. I'm very worried. I don't. Sir, if you can't do this, why is it on your menu? Why is it on your menu if it's not a thing you can do? Very worried now. What could possibly go wrong? We might be about to find out. No, not dead center! Not dead center! Oh! Covered with sand. What a barren place. Let's find a town before we shrivel up. Alright, so technically he did send me to the desert. I didn't mean the center of the desert where surely I will die before fighting civilization. But, you know, that's on me for not specifying. I will take the hit for that one. That's fine. But yeah, we do need to get the hell out of here as quickly as possible. Technically correct, the best kind of correct, I am told. Ooh, and apparently this level of fist can knock enemies unconscious. And also, I always forget it has a suplex move, which is hilarious. Do love suplexing enemies. Just walloping on an enemy while it's unconscious. How did I miss him while he was unconscious? How did he dodge while unconscious? Can I learn that? Is that a skill somebody could teach me? I would really like to learn that. Seems like an amazing move to learn. Nobody would ever be able to sneak up on you. Ah, I'll get him while he's unconscious. Nope. Nope, even while unconscious, I am prepared for anything. Can't sneak up on me. Maybe just can't, yeah, maybe just can't damage enemies while they're unconscious. Well, that's exhausting. In which case, I kind of don't want to knock enemies unconscious some of the time. Sort of prolongs fights is what it's doing. Alright. We'll make do. We'll make do. Kind of want to suplex more scorpions, though. That is amazing. Technically, while unconscious, you can't be surprised. I guess that does make sense. That does make sense. While you're sleeping, nothing surprises you. Everything is expected. A very humdrum existence. This guy, it feels like we can hit while he's unconscious. I don't know what the difference is. Also there, for some reason, he's unconscious and dead. Oh god! Are there gonna be ant lions? Oh, I don't like the looks of that. Oh god. I'm really worried this is gonna be a Lost Woods type situation. What is that? I haven't been looking at any enemy names. I should really fix that. Alright, there's something in the sand called the spider legs. And that's just called a pumpkin bomb. Which makes sense. Burst level 3. Jesus, that did a lot of damage. Alright, we'll have to heal that now. There we go. And then let's immediately get out of here. I have no idea where I'm going. So, hopefully it's not a Lost Woods situation, because I will absolutely die. No, the Great Pumpkin hurts! Dude's a jerk! Absolutely kicked my ass there. There's a lot of these dudes. Luckily, they don't seem super duper aggressive. That's handy. Oh god, that was a really powerful defender. If the rest of my party was a bit more aggressive, I'd probably have more time to charge attacks. But they generally seem to just be following me in. So I kind of have to take the lead here. Ow! Dang, this thing's got some HP. See if we can sandwich the enemy, maybe that'll convince them to attack a little bit more. That does seem to help a little bit. Alright, over here. It. This looks familiar. Oh god! Get out of the sand pit! Shit! It's Bale! Oh god, this definitely feels like it's a, Lost Woods situation. Charlie Brown was right to be afraid, it's true. Just a whole bunch of Sarlaccs. There shouldn't be more than one. That's bad. Real bad news. Let's have Propoi use a candy on herself. I think that'd be for the best. And I was looking to fight enemies to get some XP, but like, if I don't know where I'm going, like, we could be stuck here forever, so we probably should just leave. Like, I don't want to stick around too much. We already did some damage to this guy, though. May as well just finish him off. This area doesn't look super familiar. I'm just mostly just trying to head, like roughly trying to head east. See if that's getting me anywhere. I don't know that it is. If I go back, is it the same area? What is the same area if I go back? What does that mean? I don't know. Gross. So try. Can't go on. We're finished. Look, over there. Hurry. Over where? Up here? A ship. Let's go. What a lifesaver. You, what are you doing out here? Only Imperial spies could be so stupid. Give us a break. How rude. What are you doing? Sir, picked up some spies. Hold on, maybe they just got lost. We'd almost given up. I like you, so I'm gonna help you. Wow, that was quick. You'll work the engines, the shrimp will make meals, and she comes with me. Oh, God! Quickly, back to the sand! You heard him. Move! Oh, no. Caught up on Shed. And now we gotta work, god damn it. It's a bomb, Charlie Brown! I can imagine they wouldn't like that very much. That makes sense. How else do we Monster Town? There is that. Our ship blows! Huh? You're new, huh? I'm Sergo, pirate and scourge of the 8 seas. At least I used to be. The oceans have grown too stormy. Stowed away because I miss my ship so much. Wonder if the oceans will ever be safe again. I mean, not from slave labor, apparently. This is the Republic's secret sand ship. Not a secret anymore. Admiral Miri is in command, but his grandson, Mori, calls the shots. Mori would just as soon dump him in the desert. Well, that seems like he's a jerk. Explains a few things. People picked up in the desert are slaves. Why? Get to work. Damn it. How do I get out of this hellhole? Huh? You want to escape with your friends? Leave it to me. Go talk to those guards by the stairs. Yep, so much for indentured servitude. Alright, he says he's going to help me out here. Hopefully we can trust the pirate man. Yo, get back to your post. Fire! Fire! What? Out of my way. Ow. Yeah, they're really going to investigate that fire fast. You can see the panic in their voices. Get out of the stairs! Oh my god. Get out of the... Jesus Christ. There we go. Okay! That was fun. I think we should quick save. I don't want to have to go through the desert again. That would not be ideal. No rules in the desert like international waters, you know, without the water, without any of the water. No water whatsoever. Literally as far from international waters as you could get. Thematically, anyway. I don't see anything over here. Might not want to get in his line of eyesight. He might get real mad at me for being free. Guards hate freedom. Ooh, enjoy your pizza, Punisher. That's like a door. Stop lollygagging! Phew. It's like paradise in here, eh, buddy? You ate up all the ship's food. Is that your friend? Show him out of here. Oops. The sprite accidentally everything. Couldn't eat another thing. All right. That's fair. That's one way to rescue. Yeah, we kill magic monsters. We can steal this. That makes sense. Well, now everyone's doomed. Now we're all going to starve to death. Ain't that lovely? Alright, so where are we going next? Didn't see any other pathways. Might have missed something. Head back down over here. Maybe on the other side there's something? Let's see. That's where we came from. Here we go. This, alright, so we talked to him before. Or maybe that's just what the guards say. No, there's nothing here. This is where we originally came in. Yeah, no, the guards just gossip. Alright. Something else. No, it's a dead end there. Was there something else in here? No, this is where I escaped after they convinced them it's a fire. Nothing up there. Must be something I'm missing here. Up here. Oh, there's a door right there. There we go. Did not see that real clearly in the decor. Gotcha. All's clear. Make a log entry. Ah, yes, we can save here. Awesome. Let's do so then. Cool, cool. All right. We can save by talking to the helmsman. How about the two guards over there? Help! Rats have eaten all the food! We're finished! Well, that's not a nice thing to call yourself. Rats? The sprite is such a gremlin, my god. Massage my back! I'd rather have my gums scraped. Spoiled brat? I oughta... Mori, how dare you? Grandpa, she's being a... You're pathetic. Woman, get out of here. Jerks. I'm glad to see you. You've escaped. This is your fault, Gramps. Escapees, grab them! What the? The Empire! Ah! Let's surrender! You idiot! You're no soldier! To arms! No way! We're with Mori! Aw, oh, crap. Entire ship's full of cowards. Oh no, and I recognize that guy. Shoot. Oh, let's update our quick save. Also, give me just a moment. I gotta blow my nose. Be right back. Yeah, military ship full of soldiers, and they surrender instantly. That's awesome. Good thing two children and a sprite have arrived to protect the Navy soldiers. Didn't think I'd see you here. You must be the ones Thanatos warned me about. How about a little game? So long, chumps! Was the game drop me in the desert to die? I don't like that game. Damn it. Alright. What do we got here? The Mech Rider. 980 HP. No particular weaknesses. In which case I will probably use air magic just to grind it, honestly. Alright, that did do a hit. I have a feeling his speed's going to be the problem here. Right there, he's not on screen enough for me to hit. Which sucks, because it looks like he would be. There we go. Alright, I think that did some damage. Hard to tell there. Keep walloping him! Not doing a ton of damage yet. I haven't seen how much damage Sylph is doing. Oh good, and he's got to speed up. Oh wow, it looks like the magic isn't doing basically anything. That's not good. Got a crit there at least, that's good. Really wish I could see those hits better. Really nice. Oh god, come on. Alright, I guess we're just going back and forth like this. That's fine. Alright, Sylph reaches level 1, that's good. Level up in the middle of combat, usually a very good thing. Makes the air blast ever so slightly stronger. Alright, yeah, I guess we're just gonna run back and forth and keep walloping it. All we can do at this point. Every once in a while I cast speed up though. Which unfortunately the sprite's the one with the slow down. And it already used all of its MP on attacks. Alright! I guess we won that. I like how most of the bosses have been too tough and that one was vastly too easy. It is a sweet-ass ride, it's true. This is a shit game. Oh yeah, the Chrono Trigger bike scene, amazing part of the game. We got a whip orb out of that. Did I win? What a mess. Everyone's run away. What? You're Gemma's friends? Then I must apologize for my grandson's actions. I had almost forgotten how true soldiers act. Yeah, your soldiers suck. Alright, you just gotta repeat that. Alright, time to talk to your shitty grandson. Oh, my beautiful ship! Shameful! Yeah, he is kind of a shame. Let me know if you need jobs. I do want to be a pirate, that sounds amazing. I'll get back to you. Go north to the kingdom of Kikara, then west to the Fire Palace. Alright, we got directions at least. That's a positive thing. Anything else here? Yeah, I don't think so. There's no north exit though. Where is the exit? I don't know. Is there an exit or are we trapped in this hellscape forever? I think we're trapped in this hellscape forever, actually. Does not appear to be an exit here. I have to talk to all the soldiers first? Wow! What happened to that guy? The Admiral will become the knight he used to be. Sure hope so. Nope, he just repeats himself. How do I get out of here? I don't see an exit. Guys? Hello? What are we doing? I'd really like to go north. How do I do that? How does one go north? Thank you for the GGs, by the way. Yeah, the exits seem to have plot armor. I don't understand. Guys? What am I missing here? Not seeing any way out of here whatsoever. What am I missing? Someone else I need to talk to? Zippy Knight over here? No? A rescue team's coming. Are you leaving? Oh, there you go. Alright. Oh god, the rescue team dropped us in a hole. Shit. We gotta go north. Oh, I think we made it. Welcome to Kikara. Oh, thank God. Oh, God. All right. We got in here, too. Oh, 50 GP. Yes, please. Random dance guy. The guy's got moves. Exactly like that. That is the guy in real time. That's the 4K version of him right there. All right. Go ahead and save right here. And this seems like a good place to stop for the day, because we have made a ton of progress today, and I'm feeling real good about that. I don't know about you folks. I hope you folks are still enjoying this. But, yeah, wow, we really made a lot of progress today, I feel like. Happy Event gift sub, that is awesome. So yeah, as always, thanks for being here, folks. I appreciate that, and I hope you're still enjoying the game. We will be playing it Friday and Saturday next week, making some more progress right there. Probably on Friday we'll hit the halfway point of the game, so it's not a super long game, like I said. We're moving and we're schmoving, so we're gonna be getting through it before too long. Let's see. That dusty hole in a sea of idiots again. Oh. Don't say it like that. Are we still doing the praising? That sudden snake again, snake out of nowhere. That disrespectful grandson again, he's gonna get the shit slapped out of him, I think. Good seeing you folks all again, good hanging out with you folks all again. I appreciate it. I hope you have a great week until I see you next, and then we will get caught up and go from there. But for right now, we do have one last thing to do before we call it quits today, and as always, that is... let's see who all else is online. So if you are not done watching Twitch, maybe I can send you somewhere cool. I would definitely like the opportunity to try, if nothing else. So, while I am looking to see who all is online, a couple things you might want to do if you have not done them already. First and foremost, make sure to hit follow. That'll be the easiest way to find me again if you'd like to come back. We'd love to have you back. You can also enable notifications if you like. That'll let you know when I go live. I know I find that useful sometimes. Also, a couple links I dropped in chat that you might want to see if you enjoy that. We got my link to my Discord. If you'd like to chat with me or the rest of the community outside of the stream, feel free to check that out. And we have a link to my YouTube. If you would like to check out any of the video games I've played in the past, be them obscure, unusual, or nostalgic. There's a lot of RPGs in there. If you like RPGs, I'm sure you'd find something you'd like. And let's see, once again, we do have a lot of options. Ooh, that's a VOD. I'm like, oh, that's something I want to see, and then I realized they were playing a VOD. I'm like, no, let's not drop in on a VOD, maybe. Oh, you know, we were just talking about this, so this does seem kind of perfect. Yeah, no, this is too perfect. We definitely got to do this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would appreciate it if you join us as we go raid. Once I remember what the command is. Once we go raid a fellow retro streamer, Flaus, who today is starting a playthrough of the Final Fantasy series, and today is doing his very first playthrough of the original Final Fantasy for NES. Appropriate? No. I've raided a VOD before. It's unpleasant. So, why don't you join me over there, say hi to Flaus, hang out for a bit, throw him a follow if you like what he's doing. But hey, if you've got other things to do, I will just say as I always do, have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're at in the world, and I will see you folks next week for more Secret of Mana. Take care of yourselves till then, everybody.